Today was one of my favorite days ever. And without further ado, let's just get into some of the details of today. So first and foremost, for Claw Outdoor Fitness, we had our largest group that we've had this entire year so far in 2019. And in fact, that was our largest group that we've had since August of 2018. So that was huge, man. We had 12 people total who came out. And for our elite class, we had 10 people come through. The energy of the class was just like, man, it was the most hyped we've been, again, since summer of last year. And I guess it's only fitting because we're back at Zilker Park. The weather's getting better. And I just can't thank everyone enough for being part of this journey. So my day already started off on a high because we had our biggest group. The energy was fucking crazy. Then my coach, who again, profile right here, as well as Cassandra, who profile right here, I didn't realize they were collaborating to get me a gift behind the scenes. So about 2 months ago, Coach CJ had asked me, he was like, hey, what is your favorite quote? And my favorite quote is, the separation is in the preparation. I love that quote from Russell Wilson. And I didn't know why he was asking me what my favorite quote was, but I was like, you know what, like whatever, here it is. Turns out Cassandra, her company makes these signs that you can actually hang up in your room, like you can hang them up on your wall. And so in addition to getting me this hat, which is my coach's company slogan, they made me a sign right here. The separation is in the preparation. They made it into a sign and I'm about to hang it up in my room. And I don't know, I've just been today just overwhelmed with joy. It was like the energy of the class and then following that up with getting a gift that I didn't even know was coming, a surprise gift from my coach and Cassandra, two people who I have a story later in the video, who when I was really down in the dumps this week, they really went out of their way to connect with me and to vibe with me and to shift my whole paradigm, my whole mindset to get me from feeling like a victim to feeling energized and feeling optimistic and feeling empowered. Like I cannot thank them enough. And again, going from that hit session to then getting a gift from them to then having calls with my online clients tonight, like I'm on a high right now and I don't want to come down. I don't know. But second topic to get into is I had a meeting with one of my good friends at the Chron, so the Austin Chronicle, and he basically, he hosts a softball league. He basically he manages and runs a pickup softball league in Austin, and I played in his league about a half year ago. Great guy, got to meet him, and he has this new job, this new gig at the Chronicle, and he reached out to me. He was like, hey, I see that you're posting a lot of fitness stuff and hosting classes. Are you interested in doing any sort of advertising? Are you interested in working together? I was like, hell yeah, let's go. So we booked a meeting at the Chronicle in Austin. Excuse my nose, I just can't get hold of it. We booked a meeting at the Chronicle, and first things first, before the meeting, we played pickup volleyball. So it was like 4-on-4, pickup volleyball, outdoors, in the sand, before the meeting. And I don't know about you, but those are the kind of meetings that I want to go to for the rest of my life, where it's like, let's play a sport and then let's get down to business. But sport is going to come first, right? So we had a meeting and talked about just some of the possibilities that we can have. And man, I'm so excited for that because basically, from his vantage point, they're starting a new section of the Chronicle. There's never really been an actual fitness section. There's been a sports section, there's been a music section, but not really an actual fitness section. And so this is kind of brand new. And so he wants to kind of connect with some other people who are doing fitness, who are hosting classes in the Austin area. And so he came and hit me up. And then from my vantage point, obviously, I would love for more people in Austin to become aware of what we do outdoors and just to become aware of the entire Claw Athletics business. And so it's kind of like a match made in heaven. And so not only do we plan to partner together, but what we really want to do is each Thursday evening have kind of just a chill and work session. Basically go into the office. They have this big long table, I'll come through. Some buddies who are launching companies, they'll come through and we'll crack open some beers and we'll just get to work, whether it's working on a website, working on an advertisement, working on anything, just whatever it might be, just getting a lot of people on the same journey in the same room and saying, how do we come together, work together, put our minds together and figure out how we can make this community even more fit. So I don't know, it's just, those are the opportunities that I really didn't see coming when I started this journey, that, I would just be playing softball somewhere and that turns into an opportunity that could further excel my business. And again, it's like right now, for my whole life, like meetings, whether it's at work or at school, they're always like this like boring topic, like, okay, we gotta drag into the meeting, we gotta set the agenda, we gotta do whatever. I've never had a meeting where it's like, hey, show up in your volleyball clothes, let's play volleyball first, and then let's handle the business second. Like that, to me, that's the life I wanna live, man. So another big announcement is right now, as far as revenue goes, I'm really making money off of online coaching as well as group fitness classes, right? I'm gonna add a third leg to the business. I haven't truly publicly announced it on social media, but I'm gonna add a third leg to the business, and it's gonna be in-person coaching, meaning either I go to your apartment or you go to my apartment gym, or we meet at a local park in Austin, and instead of doing like a group fitness class, it'll be one-on-one coaching, meaning I'm gonna take you, your background, your specifics, and figure out, what's a good workout for you on that given day. And so, man, I'm so excited for that because it'll be a third leg of the business. And to tell you the truth, when I started having visions about, going from working my full-time job and having to juggle full-time job as well as this fitness company, like I really do believe that adding this third leg to the business will be a huge revenue generator, and it'll be a huge bridge that will allow me to make that leap into my company full time. And while we're here, I'm gonna give another shout out to Shay, profile right here. Now it's gone. So he hosts his classes on Saturdays, the ATX Sprint Squad. And after the class on Saturday, we were talking and I asked him, I was like, man, like you have so many clients on any given week, like you have so many clients every single day for one-on-one coaching. And I'm like, man, like I'm brand new to one-on-one coaching as a service. And I'm like, how do I get that? I'm just like, I don't even know how to get my first client. I don't even know like how to set up the program, so on and so forth. And the first thing Shay said was, he was like, yo, like, let's link up because I can help you. He was like, how about I take you through a workout and then you take me through a workout and we can critique each other. And again, that just goes back to like coming into this journey, I didn't realize that the other entrepreneurs who are in the same industry, I didn't realize that like this was the energy. It's like the energy is not, competition of if you win, I lose, and if you lose, I win. The energy is really, it's like, hey, let's all win. Let's all eat. Let's all get the city fit. Let's all help people. As long as your mission is to help people, I feel like this community will back you up. And just again, shout to Shay, or as I say, Shay Money, because that is something that like, if you're a coach who's already made it, who's already successful, you ain't got to do that, right? Like you ain't got to reach back and help. You ain't got to go out of your way to help out the new upstart coach. And so the fact that he's willing to do that, it just speaks volumes, man. So respect, man. Another topic, so on kind of really a positive note. So I have a buddy who is one of my best friends, one of my best friends. I've known him for about, I guess, going on 2 years now. And he comes to a lot of the HIT sessions. We work out together. He supports my journey. He's one of those friends who, like, whether it's business or whether it's personal, he is always that friend who will tell you what you need to hear. Not what you want to hear at all times, but what you need to hear. Again, one of my best friends, and a journey that I'm struggling with right now is, how do you have your best friends, like your best friends, but at the same time, you have these people that you're meeting who are doing the thing that you want to do in life. Like they're already succeeding at precisely what you want to do in life. And when your schedule is already tight, balancing a full-time job and a growing company, it's a tough trade-off. It's like, on one hand, I want to hang with like my best friends, like my best friends in this world. On the other hand, it's like, yo, like I'm meeting these great, awesome people who have already mastered the level that I'm at. And by the way, they're so great to hang out with. They're so dope. And it's like, how do you find time for both? And last night I connected with one of my friends who's in, like I said, in that first group, which is like one of my best friends from before I even started this journey. And he told me straight up, he was like, man, like I noticed that you're starting to spend a bit less time, like going out with the old group, and you're starting to spend more time. Ingraining yourself with other entrepreneurs in the fitness space in Austin. Sorry, my nose. Anyway, and at first I'm like, oh, I don't know where this is gonna go. In my head, I'm like, I don't know where this is gonna go. Like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. What he's gonna say. And the next thing he said was, he was like, bro, like keep going, keep doing it. He was like, bro, I don't want to see you out at the bars with us if that means that you're sacrificing an opportunity to be, if that means you're sacrificing an opportunity to be getting closer with and vibing from and learning from the people who are doing the damn thing that you're trying to do. My nose, man, I don't know what's going on. Blow my damn nose. Okay. All right. All right. Real ones are good now. Anyway, he was like, bro, he was like, keep going. Like, keep pushing. He was like, I see you hustling right now. He was like, I see you putting yourself out there, getting outside of your comfort zone, learning from and meeting and connecting with these people who are in your industry and who are doing the damn thing that you're trying to do. And he was like, bro, keep fucking doing that. And like, for me, that shit really hit me because, again, it goes back to a lot of people in the same position. When you try to excel, when you try to grow, when you try to like adapt and take yourself to that next level and take that next big risk and really kind of shape who you want to be as a human, a lot of times people will try to hold you back. Like whether it's family, whether it's friends, a lot of times people will try to hold you back and be like, yo, you changed. Like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. Stop hanging out with them, whatever. Like I've experienced it. I'm telling you, I've experienced it. And this was different, man. Like this is having a friend who's like, yo, no matter how it impacts like our friendship whatsoever, like friend to friend, I want to see you fucking continue to pursue this and continue to push yourself and continue to spend time connecting with people who can help you get closer and closer to your dream. And to me, that's a true friend. Like a true friend is not about, a true friend is not necessarily just about wanting to have fun with you. A true friend is about, I want the best for you, period, straight up and down. Like I want the best for you and you want the best for me. And I'm going to push you to become the best version of yourself. And that's what my friend is. And I guess like while we're here, let me shout him out. So that's my boy, Austin, real quick. Profile gone. And again, like that's a real friend right there. Like that's kind of people I want in my circle, that I want in my life. People who it's like at a mutual level, we just want the best for each other and we're going to push each other to get to that. And we don't tell each other what the other person should define as happiness. We just say, whatever you define as happiness, I'm going to push you to get that, period. Straight up. So again, Austin, love and respect, brother. I do want to get into like the one negative piece of this week. So long story short, I don't know how many specifics I can really get into it, but at a super high level, what I'm going to say is that number one, I work for my full-time job is for a Fortune 500 company, right? That means by definition that whoever is at the top, whether it's the CEO, the C-level, whatever, like I hate to say it, and it took me a while to accept this, but like their job, honestly, is to increase shareholder value, period. Like their job is to make that stock price go up, period. And when I was in college in the business school, I kind of like, that was a simple concept to me. I was like, yeah, like, if I'm a CEO one day, then I'm going to do whatever I can to make the stock price go up. To hell with whatever has to happen to get there. Let's do it. And now that I am actually out in the workforce, I'm realizing that like, when you say stuff like that, when you say shit like that, and when that's really your mission is I just want to increase, the balance. All right, so I had to pause the video because my phone ran out of storage, but we fixed that. Real Ones is back. What I was saying was like, when I was in college, I really believed in statements like the CEO's job is to just increase shareholder value. But when I got into the actual workforce, I realized that like this shit ain't a game. And I can't give like too many details on what happened, but let's just say that sometimes in order to increase the stock price of a company, again, a Fortune 500 company, sometimes that means reducing cost. Sometimes in order to reduce cost, that means you got to reduce. I'm going to let you assume what that means, right? Like, and again, these decisions that people make, it affects real fucking lives, man. It affects real people. Like I got a teammate who's like in her 50s and she just realized the news you don't ever want to realize at your job. All right. Again, I don't want to give too many details and all that. I'm respect privacy of the company, but like, these decisions that are going to make the company more money, sometimes that might rock an actual person's world as well as their family. And as these decisions started to get rolled out, I'm not gonna lie, like I was a bit emotional. Like I was in a really dark place. Like I really felt just, I don't know. It's hard to put words into it. Like I have teammates who, they kind of wrote it off as, hey, it's part of the business. Hey, this happened before. Back in '09, this happened. It's part of the game, whatever. And, they're able to just like write it off and just move on with their life. And for some reason, it just had me shook. I'm not gonna lie, like I was shook. All right, phone ran out of storage. Again, I promise I'm not trying to just like be sketchy about this weird part of the video. So just to wrap up that topic, long story short, my company, not my company, the company that I currently work for, made some decisions that had some serious impacts on people's lives financially, and made a few decisions that kind of impacted me financially in the future. Long story short, they have ways of, companies have ways of saving money and making their statements look better. And one of those ways is kind of dictating when you can or cannot take PTO, and being like, if you don't have X amount of PTO saved up by this time, we're not going to pay you. I'm not going to get into many details. The point of the story is when all that news broke, man, I was furious. I was seeing red, man. I was low key thinking about just like walking out and being like, screw it, bro. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. And again, like I talked to my coach, CJ, I talked to the homie Cassandra, and they just kind of talked me off a cliff. And more than anything, they showed me perspective because they were basically like, look, like, yes, this situation is fucked up, but can we change how we look at it? So for example, CJ's first thing was like, yo, once this week comes up where like everyone has to like take off from work, like basically once this week arrives that like it's mandated that we don't show up for work, he was like, yo, spend that week with me and let's use that week to plan out, summer 2019, or to plan out, Q3, Q4 2019, or to plan out like longer term visions. Like he was like, why don't we flip it? Why don't we, instead of feeling bad for ourselves that week, let's use that as, yo, we just got extra time to pursue the ultimate mission, which is growing this business and allowing this business to impact the entire community. And then Cassandra, she helped me realize, she was like, yo, like the universe will send signs to you. So if you ever had any doubt that this Coreylawson athletics journey is, not the journey you should be pursuing, or if you ever had any doubt that maybe you should stick to the conventional path, she was like, yo, if this is not a fucking sign, I don't know what is. And I was like, you know what? That's one way to look at it. And so I cannot tell you how valuable it is to have friends who not only relate to what you're going through, but who are willing to be there for you when you need them the most. So let me wrap this up before I run out of space. Last topic for today is, man, I'm encouraging you to just be you, be yourself, just be you. I think so often we allow ourselves to kind of like become the mold of what society thinks we should be. And I'm encouraging you to say, to hell with that. I'm going to be exactly who I am, because what this journey is teaching me is that when you are 100% your authentic self and you let your own natural energy overflow, the right people who match that energy are going to find their way into your lives naturally. You don't have to look for them. Like, instead of looking external to find, who you should hang out with or to find who you should be, I'm trying to encourage you to look internally, look at yourself in the mirror, figure out, who am I? Who do I want to be? Be that to your fullest, be that to your 100%. And I promise the right people will eventually find their way into your life. That's probably the biggest thing I'm learning in this journey. And for so many reasons, I could not be more grateful to be on this journey. I could not be more grateful to be on this journey. So until next time, before my phone turns off on me again, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, all right? I'm gonna wrap this thing up, man. I'm gonna wrap it up, okay? Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. If you made it this far, thank you for truly investing your time and energy into this journey and this path and this mission that I am on. And I promise I will not let up. I promise this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning, rather. And until next time, peace.